Okay, so we are going to solve for the inequality here. So we're solving the inequality. We're solving for x because that's our unknown. So we work our problem the same way we would as if it was an equal sign. Now I have to, this is -4 times an x greater than or equal to -16. So I would need to divide both sides by -4. This is where our inequality problems differ from our equations. Because we are dividing by something negative here, we are dividing by something negative. The inequality symbol is going to have to flip. And you have to make sure you remember to do that yourself. So our x is less than or equal to 4 is what we get as the answer. Remember, on your inequalities, you must have the solution. You must have the graph. So x must be less than or equal to 4. So we are graphing the values on the number line where they are less than or equal to 4. So the bracket on 4 is what acknowledges the equal to, and then less than would be to the left. All right, so we have the solution. You always have to graph the solution. And then you have to write the solution in interval notation. Your interval notation is always going to be from the smallest value to the largest value. So when you look at the graph, you should be reading the graph. Remember, it's a number line. The number line goes from -infinity to +infinity. So interval notation, from the left side, the smallest x value that would make this a true statement would be -infinity up to 4 with a bracket on it. So this is the interval notation of the solution. So for your inequalities, you're always going to need the solution, the graph of the solution, and the interval notation of the solution. Okay? Okay, so here we have this other problem here. We're solving for the inequality. We're solving the inequality, really. So we're solving for x. So first we would have to distribute. So 15x minus 12 less than or equal to 12x minus 8. So the way that I like to solve my problems is I always like to get my variable components together. So I am going to move my 12x to the other side of the inequality to combine with the 15x. So if it's a positive 12x, I'm going to subtract 12x from itself, cross the inequality symbol, and subtract it from its like term. So I'm looking at 3x minus 12 is less than or equal to -8. Now I'm going to add 12 to both sides. So I have 3x less than or equal to 4. So now I have 3 times x is less than or equal to 4. So I am going to divide both sides by 3. So I get x is less than or equal to 4/3. So we would just leave it as the improper fraction because it is lowest terms. So x less than or equal to 4/3 is the solution. So I would graph it on the number line. 4/3 is just a little bigger than 1. It's less than. So my interval notation is -infinity to 4/3. And that's solving inequalities.